Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely day in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. Just coming with a little something this Thursday night. And I wanted to share with you because I noticed that many are chiming in on my response to a lot of the nonsense that's going on in the world. And it really feels good that there are people out there that already pretty much at the door of what you're speaking on. And I like how they would expound on what you're saying, and then you say something toward what they're saying, and they say something, and we find ourselves coming on one accord because we're actually helping one another with information. And I think that is so beautiful. So I decided to go into a form tonight as a news reported. I would say news report. And that is, I'm going to say some of the things that I speak of or on other pages among a different race of people who has the ear to at least hear out what you're saying, and then, come back with, how they support what you're saying. And I think that's so it's a beautiful thing to me. So I'm just decided to come on to this page and do likewise and kind of give you all some news on some things that I know. So what is going on? I want to let you know that back in March, when this virus had hit, I had been from that time on informing people that this is a setup. I began to tell you about the birth pain, like a woman in travail is what we're about to go through. And I also told you about the test having the biochemical on the tip of the Q-tip. Now, it's say about 7 months ago. I felt I was on the mountain proclaiming it. Hey, you all down there. The don't get tested. I put it on my Facebook. I put it everywhere, and explaining to you all that the biochemical was on that test tube. That's what was said. I said that exactly. I said it all the way up until I began to hear others say it, and I'm like, now they believe it when a white person tell them. But when Sister Deborah was telling people and warning them, no one hears. To me, it's like something is set in a nation of people, which is the tribe of Judah. Just like the Father say, they blind. And if they blind, I believe they are also set to the point where they cannot hear. Because he said, they see, but they cannot see. They say they hear, but they cannot hear. And I believe the tribe of Judah is in that state of moment during this time. It just things that they can't hear. It's nothing you can do about what I'm telling you or what I'm speaking on. But the whole ideal of whatever I say is to share it with others so that, the tribe of Judah will be aware of what they're doing. Like in the year of 2001 was said that that's the agreement to the plan that we're walking in right now. I'm going to jump ahead and I'm going to go back. Let's jump ahead to what is actually taking place with many people asking me about the stimulus check and Trump not signing it. And I do. I get asked people ask me, well, what do you think? Is he going to sign? What do you think he's going to sign? They ask you questions like that because only reason why they ask you that because something in them feel you are somebody. They know there's something about you, and my thing is this, everything is finished. It is completed. It was, way back when he completed everything on the 6th. It was finished. It was done. It was sealed. It was finished. What they're doing now is, and I know 99, no, I said 1 million times 1 billion don't know this. It's all a plan. Things are moving really fast. And then Most High Yah told me, because they only have such a short time left. So that's why I went to the Father and said, Father, it seems like they moving fast. He said, that's because they only have a short time. Their time is very limited. So I said, okay, that's why. Because I'm like, what I come to understand is that they are preparing to go underground. Okay. What's going to happen up here is what took place 2001, which was the plan. The plan was called a dark winter. And in that was a process of everything that's actually taking place. Before the election, everything is going according to their plan. And it's working really well, because I can see it from the wilderness. I can see their plan working really well, because I can see all the people not seeing, not being able to comprehend what they're doing. And that blows my mind, because I'm flesh. It's like, why do people can't see that? Why do people can't see that? They can't see that? Don't they know that? It's just so confusing to me, because I'm like, but they're ever learning. Oh, I know this. This. They want to tell you this. They want to tell you this, but they don't know nothing. They don't actually know nothing that's actually going on. But when they planted the dark winter in the year of 2001, Trump is in on it. When I go over there to my store, this is all Caucasian people over in that area, and they begin to ask all these questions. Well, what do you think? What are they gonna do? I leave them hanging. I leave them hanging. But I do let them know this is all in their plan. And I have let them know that Trump, even though you got the Republicans on this side, you got the Democrats on this side, and one blaming the other because of Trump didn't get elected. I don't get involved in that, because I see exactly the plan. The plan is that they work together in manipulating and deceiving the people regarding this election. This is all a plan. And the purpose of their plan, Donald Trump and Biden, all in it together. They working together. Pelosi and all of them in the court. I mean, trying to make a stimulus package, and all that is set up. Seem like American people are in a state of blindness, but then it makes sense. The only way that the word will be fulfilled if the people walk directly according to the plan that they have set. That's deep, ain't it? So it makes sense. But all this here about the stimulus package is all a part of them preparing for where they're about to go. And a lot of people in the United States of America, especially the tribe of Judah in the house of Israel, do not know what is happening. They out in, like this one person said, Lulu La La Land, thinking it's about the things in which they have been able to comprehend. But the reality of it is it's walking scriptures. And that's what I leave with Caucasian people, is that everything is walking my Father's word out. And I'm going to leave that with you as well. Everything is walking my Father's word out. So this is what happened. Obama, Bush, Clinton, Pelosi, and many, many others. All of them, Biden, a lot of others. All of them is in this together. This country is no longer United States of America. It does not belong to the people. We're just on a land that belongs to someone else, some other country, and maybe more than one. We're on their land, okay? The martial law are not people from this country, nor nationality from this country. They have been training for years to take over this country. So when they come in to play, that's why they always threaten this country when we're going to get martial law, because they really knows that the martial law is so powerful, because it is made up of people that's not even from this country, but have been well trained to take us down at a blink of an eye. And they're not going to have no remorse or no love, because that's what they have trained for years to do. So, what they're getting ready is, this is how they're doing it. They first had to get the vaccine out, the virus out. Then it's the testing. Then it's the vaccine. Then it's before the vaccine, it was Trump and Biden and election. All that was all part of it. All of it is to throw everybody off, and everybody is totally off. I'm telling you, everybody is thrown off what they're doing. And it's just so powerful to me, because to be able, and this is a part of endurance. It's when he said, he that endure until the end shall be saved. To be able to know what's going on, but yet you got to sit in the midst of it and endure it. That's what it's all about. It's a spirit of endurance that the Most High give you, so that you can be able to hold on and know that you can't change what is and which was, but that you can know it for what it is, but yet hold on and just trust in him that has all things in his hands, because all of it is a setup. Biden and Trump is in this together. They're trying to keep up a war between Republicans and Democrats, and they trying to set a race up against another race, and they successfully doing it. They using the media. The media is being used to portray the tribe of Judah as a horrible monster, and the tribe of Judah running around here talking about 7 wives and get your wife under subjection, but ain't saying nothing to what they got you under. You see how sick our so-called leaders and our men are? Sick without a cause, because their minds is focused on stuff that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so they successfully it's going to be mastered. It's going to be mastered. But they got the racial riots started. They got the tribe of Judah being looked at as connected to the vaccine, connected to the virus. And now they're showing all our people being connected to receiving the virus and the vaccine. See, the media is the one of the most powerful thing on the face of the earth, because it can manipulate the minds of everybody in the United States of America, around the world. You see, so to be over the media and own all the newsroom and everything, news station, CNN, NBC, CBS, all of them, you rule. That's why Trump always having issues with calling the media. He calls them out and say who they are, but it's not to the point where he's calling them out, saying who they are and how crooked they are and how they favor, but he's still in the same. He's in it with them. It's all a trap. And the media is making a people look so bad. And that's the tribe of Judah. And the tribe of Judah ain't doing them but making themselves look bad, because they're not coming into unity in the gospel of Christ. See, if they were out there doing what they should be doing, instead of trying to get likes and subscribers and trying to get people to turn to their channel and to be a part of them rising, and then they don't understand, you're not rising, baby. The fire is lit. It is kindled. What's about to happen gonna bring everything that you thought you had going on these platforms, and it's gonna bring it down. I mean, the plan, oh, if you could just see the plan, each and every last one of you would get somewhere and sit down and be praying up in somebody's closet and asking for repenting, and probably won't come out not talking to nobody if you could see what Sister Deborah could see. So, all this stuff that they have prepared, they're using the media. So that's how they're going to, and that's how they have in time past. But in greater times now, it's going to cause everyone, as the Bible spoke of, to hate us. They're doing an excellent job while we sitting hating each other. While we on these devil platforms giving people information don't mean nothing. And they sitting here about to do these things because our heart, soul, and mind and strength wasn't turned over to the Most High Yah as his first commandment. We didn't turn that over. We still idling a man. We still worshiping him like he's a god, or her like they are God. We have forsaken the power of the Father, Christ. We've forsaken. So all this about them in the stimulus package, all that is a part of a game. That's why it's been 9 months. And why is it this country that can't see that? First time I said you all should boycott the election. Oh, everybody was for it, but no one did it. You should boycott your so-called Christmas. Don't go shopping, don't go back. You have to show them that you're aware of what they're doing. But the people are not doing that. They study living like they can live and they can survive. And they have. And we have. Everybody's still surviving, even though the government is not giving them anything. Jobs are still, people are still without jobs. It's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of crooked, evil, and wicked stuff going on in this day and time, more so than anything. And no one is paying any attention to it. So I'm like saying, okay, Father, you say he that endure until the end shall be saved. I'm going to endure this with the strength of who you are in me, because I know I ain't got the sense to endure that in the flesh. So I'm just gonna trust in him and his right hand power, because it's deep. Pelosi and them, the reason why Trump said he didn't want to sign is because they turned around and gave y'all, they said the people, let's not say y'all, $600, and the people are content. They mad at Trump because he didn't sign it. See how that was a part of their plan. They wasn't going to give you $600. They were planning on making you think that they were going to give you that. All the money is going over to the other country. The money has to go over to the other countries because they're finna go underground. When they go underground, they're going to let the martial law take over this end. The martial law is going to take over this end of this country. They got so many coming. Oh, yes. I even talked to a couple of people over at my store, and they were talking about how many weapons they have and how much firepower they got, and they put away food. I said, oh, yeah, but you know you ain't going to win. And they said, nope, we know we ain't, because what they have, they got weapons we ain't never seen before and never heard of. And it's true. So they know that the martial law is what's going to control this country. When I say control, it's going to be also battling with the people. But the martial law is not going to, people are not going to have no compassion, no mercy, no anything. They're going to take you out at a blink and not look back. And that's the plan. That's why when they trained in other countries, they trained to not have a heart to care about what they had to do. Just do it and don't look back. Pelosi and Obama, Bush, Clintons, I believe Trump is in there somewhere, and a lot of them, they finna go underground. They finna go under the bunk. Why, Sister Deborah? Why are you saying that? Think. The reason why they transporting the money over to other places so they can be able to handle. Once they get under there, they can still have funds in other places that they also have turned over to other countries. because they taking it out of this country because they don't own this country. So they sending it somewhere else to hold and to give them so that they can be favored with them as well. It's like 2012, similar to 2012. These people had prepared for this for years, and they know what time it is. I want to explain something to you all, which 1 million times 1 trillion of you all would never get. The evil and wicked, they walk in this word. They walk in it to the T. They walk in this word up and down, and they ain't skipping a beat. They walk in this word. They are fully aware of what's going to take place in Revelation 18. And they already planned how to get up and get out. So they know that the people are going to go up against each other, nation against nation, which means people against people. And that's what they're going to leave with. And as soon as they hit that, I think that 5G going to boost up to 6G and 7G. When they turn that on, it's going to cause all the people, just like The Walking Dead. See, they've been preparing it. They've been preparing us to look to it and get used to it because they knew that this was their plan, and the outcome of the whole country was going to be based on this. So the reason why they sending that money over there and they giving you 600 because they know that it's like death row. I told you all that back in April. It's them giving you that 1,200 and all that unemployment. That's like death row. They already know that you about to get executed. So they don't care about giving you that because they know their plan. They got to give you something so you won't focus on what they're doing. And it did help a lot of people in mind, help their mind up until a couple of months ago when they realized that they had stopped. No, 3-4 months ago, stopped everything. And now everybody just, wait a minute, what's going on? So their plan wasn't to give us anything. $600 to me is like putting their foot up in your rectum and kicking it off into space, because that's exactly what they're saying. And when they did that, based on all the other countries, what they gave their people. Why? Because their people, their country is not about to be destroyed. Their country is not about to be taken over. So they don't mind to give their people. Their country is going to be still standing while this country is going to be destroyed. And you know what the Spirit is keep warning me? This country is going to be destroyed from the inside out, not the outside in. It's going to be destroyed from the inside out. So whatever comes from the outside, it ain't going to matter. It's going to be destroyed from the inside out. A lot of things about to take place, and that's why Sister Deborah was telling you about the last message, is to be about the Father's business, be about the gospel of Christ, be about the gospel, and be about turning the people to the light, because it's a lot of things going on, you all, and it ain't about. And what is happening, there is a race of people, which I would say the Europeans, the Caucasian, they are frustrated because they're starting to see the picture real clear. But they realize that, hey, how do we get into this? How do we let them put us under, take away all our power? How do we give them because you gave it to them because the beast was loose. And the beast know how to work that thing because he was given the power to do so. And there's a lot of things that they're doing as far as the vaccine and the testing. All that has chemicals, has things in it that shouldn't go into your body. But you can't tell these people nothing. You can't tell them nothing. And like the Most High told me, he had to tell me. The Father in heavens had to tell me, Deborah, they blind. So that made more sense to me. And I can embrace that. But the people that I'm talking to, and I was telling them that they set you up from the floor up, y'all. It's over, and I turned them to Revelation 18. I said, for so long, y'all had eat of the country, fruit from the country. And they have the same way they have gained this land, it's the same way they're going to lose it. Bloodshed, stealing, and killing, and murdering. And that's what they're doing. They just being who they are. That's who this country is. A lot of people don't want to face that, but they're starting to. They're saying it back to me the way I had began informing them, letting them know, go to Revelation, and it'll help you out a great deal, so you won't be running around here with your head chopped off. Revelation 18, that's your country right there. And one guy said the Bible is not true, or something of that nature. When I finished with him, I ain't heard from him since. Because once I broke that thing down to him, I said, okay, but what they doing is true. It's true, huh? So let's see if you can define, or you can tell me why and how can they have that much power over you and do what they're doing. He ain't had no more words to say, because the way I gave it to him. And that's why I made sure I gave it to every one of them that asked me the question. Read Revelation 18. It's the beginning and the end of what you're seeing Pelosi them and all of them doing. That's why they sending that money, because they finna go overground. They finna go underground. They know that they read Revelation. They know what's going on. They know what time and season it is. It's just people that's walking around here that keep saying, I'm the people, I'm this and I'm that. They're the only one walking around lost. And they thinking they awaken because they in their flesh. They ain't even stepped in the spiritual realm to really be awakened. But they sold out. The country is sold. It does not belong to them. And 2 years ago, I was trying to explain to the people about the fire in California. See, they want to enter in through California way. See, so they got to do away with that land. That's why they burning it up from space. See, that ain't burned. Them are fires from the earth. Them fires from space. Laser causing those fires in California, because they're trying to get the land. They need, whoever owns this country needs their land. They want to come in on California side. So there's a lot of things that's going to happen to this country. It's going to happen from the inside out, not from the outside in, from the inside out. The main thing that they're trying, let me put those things back and see if I can put them back in order. The main things they're trying, let's keep in mind the 5G, because that's going to be the control power. And they're going to up it to 5 to 6 and 7, maybe even get it up to 8, because that's what's going to control and bring everything into one. So I'm going to go with the virus, was a biochemical that they used. And it's not what they said it is, but because they hold the power of the media, they can swing it the whole world to see it the way they want them to see it. To me, ain't that powerful? That's why I say, let me say this here, this on my heart right now. That's why I say to you all on this devil platform, don't be on here agreeing and liking and subscribing to these people, and they not even directing you to the true Father in the heavens, to the Creator. You see? They're not directing you to nobody but themselves and their page. They're not directing you to something that's going to cause you to turn your whole spirit to the Most High Yah. And you need somebody that's going to tell you to go to the light. And once you get to the light, make sure you tell somebody else, get to the light and tell them how to get there. Because what is actually going on is they already got set the racial war. They already know how they're going to start it. So the biblical already told you about how that you're gonna be hated. It's because the media are making sure you're the face of everything that's evil and wicked and bad on the earth. They're doing a darn good job at it. They even using your own tribe to do it. Isn't that deep? They using your own people to set their own people up. Just as the Bible he prophesies that. It's in the Bible. You see? And what happened is, in this way, they also have called out of the ground all the different white supremacists or white hate groups and everything. They ready. So when that time come where the government decides, it's not so much it's like the government, it's the elites of Satan's, how would I say, of Satan army, and they going underground and end up somewhere in another country while all this stuff is going on. They won't be over here. you guys. They're not going to be over here. That's why the money is going to other countries. All the money that they have over here going to other countries. And notice not one Caucasian, black, white, Indian, Mexican, Italian, and nobody in this country saying a word. Nobody ain't saying it. And they get mad because Trump didn't sign. It's all fake. It's all a part of manipulating and deceiving the people. It's a part of a game. And then they're going to try to push it off again when Biden called himself getting in office. Oh, you can get it with your taxes. And then the government's going to shut down on that. You ain't got nothing coming. I'm telling you. And preparing, like a lot of people talking, we can prepare for this, we better prepare in our heart with Yah. Our heart, soul, mind, strength. We better prepare with the Most High Yah. Because if we prepare in the way man said prepare, we lost without a cause. Because I'm going to be honest, while we're taking one step, they done took 100 steps. And we still playing in that one step. And not even understand, wait a minute, how long you going to play in that one step? You know? And that's how far they are from where the tribe of Judah mindset is at. It's so far. And it goes back. I'm going to be honest again. It goes back to what he said. They blind. You know, and until he come and he open their eyes to see and their ears to hear. Or he brings them to the state where their heart, he draws them to him, to where they receive the ruach, the proper and the real ruach hakodesh. Then maybe they could see what's actually going on. But in it all, he still is going to get victory in it, and he's going to give us victory in the midst of it. It's a lot of killing and a lot of everything going to be taking place. Things that had never hit the earth before, it's going to take place. And believe me, a lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are aware. A lot of them are aware. It just shocks me that our people are not. When I say the tribe of Judah is not getting it. I don't think they getting how important it is to start standing up, worshiping the Most High Yah. Get away from these idol worship. Meaning worshiping man and woman and worshiping camps and communities of people who say they pastors and leaders. And you better start worshiping the Most High Yah, because that's the only one that I see. Only one I can see that's going to get me out of it. Him and him only. Because I'm going to get caught in it. But that's the only one going to get me out. And hold me up, because to just not know for sure about my children, whew, that's a battle in itself, to know that you done had all those babies. You done brought them up. You done took them and made sure they had and was there for them and prayed for them every day of their lives. And not knowing if they're going to be delivered, if they're going to be saved. That's all I want Father to do, is save and sanctify them, fill them with his precious Holy Spirit. Let them know that he is the Most High Yah, and there is no other. So it's a lot of things going on. It's all in the plan. And the sad part is about it is it's nothing you can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. But only one thing we can do about it all. That is put our hearts in the hands, in the right direction, and in the one that holds all things. We need to put our heart, soul, mind, and strength into him, the Most High Yah, and trust that he got this, because it's gonna get really bad. Even when I lay down and see where I live and how comfortable it is and how cozy in the zone of peace, but every time I say, "Oh Father, but what is yet to come?" Oh, what is yet to come? See, still being able to look in on the other side. I can't get away from it. I can actually see what's about to happen. And it's really hard for me. But he said, he that endure until the end shall be saved. So a lot of times you all, we are really talking about all the wrong things. Instead of being prayer warriors, the men need to be encouraging the women to be coming into a form of prayer warriors, okay? Because we can call the power of Yah down, rather they don't know nothing about that. See, they so busy trying to get you down to them till you can be as low can be, but they don't understand they're going to need us just like we're going to need them. We're going to need each other, but most of all, we're going to need the Most High Yah in it all. That's who really we're going to need. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, I hope some of this stuff kind of gave you some type of insight. Now, when it come down to the stimulus check being issued, they are going to issue one. I don't know if it's going to be 6 or if it's going to be what Trump says. All I know is all a game. It is all a game that they've been playing on the people, because they already know in their hearts it don't matter. We give them $1, they're gonna like it, and that's the mindset of the people. Because anytime they tell you they're gonna give you $600 after having you closed down for 9 months and they ain't gave you anything, and then turn around and give you, no, they can't do that. And all other countries giving because they have every right to give their people, because their country is not about to be destroyed. But the United Snakes of America know that Babylon is about to come down. So I, Sister Deborah, would say to you all, keep the faith, keep walking to the light, stay in the light of Christ, and keep seeking the Most High. Another thing, you all, try and cry out to the Most High to show you how to pray in the Spirit. How to pray in the Spirit. And it kicks your flesh to the curb, and all of a sudden you begin to communicate with Him in the spirit realm. So that's what we need to be doing. And I say to you, shalom, and have a good night. Shalom.